everybody, one of Wisdom here. We got Double Dare Trigger Happy down, and for good reason. We have selected him to pilot the Jetstream. Jetstream, of course, the signature vehicle for Hurricane Jet-Vac. Gotta be honest with you, one of the first quests I think we took down was Hurricane Jet-Vac's first one from Buzz. At that point in time, we didn't have like our setup in place, if you will. We were waiting on vehicles, things along those lines. But what I'm saying is, like, you're gonna miss sort of like the introduction to quest number 2. I don't have a way to get back to it, but if you go and you watch quest number 1, where it ends, it was a very cool one because he actually mentioned Stink Bomb in the conversation with Buzz. But if you go to the end of quest number 1, you can see, you know, the dialogue that would introduce quest number 2, and so that's what we're gonna highlight here. But we've got Trigger Happy here. It's been a while since we've done a sky vehicle. Let me run over here real quick. It's up here, right? Yes. Okay, so before we have that pop up, let's take a gander at this Jetstream.
Me at my best!
Alright, not there, but right here. This is the Jetstream. It's pretty cool because it actually looks like a bird. If you didn't notice that, you kind of got the tail feathers, you got the feathers, you got the beak, you kind of got the little funky hair up at the top. The turbine engines or the eyes, it was actually pretty well designed in my opinion. So what we want to look at though is the blueprint. Alright, now that it's loaded, we have box stock, the wind slashers. That's sort of like what you see on the then we have the blade wings that you can get as an upgrade. They give plus 15 acceleration, you lose 5 weight. Default wind slashers are good for plus 10 top speed. The Airflex flyers sort of have that old world European flying machine, kind of like a Cap'n Cluck, Tower of Time, you know, sort of vibes. Plus 10 handling, and then SuperCharged, which you get when you combine either Hurricane Jet-Vac or Legendary Hurricane Jet-Vac with the Jetstream on your console of choice. You get the brass feather wings. They are good for plus 300 armor. Coming up to the horns, not super important, but interesting nonetheless. You got the turbine trumpet horn, the avian sirens, the air horn, and the mallard quacker. Not sure how that ties in since he's not a duck, but hey, ducks are cool, so we'll roll with it. The wind frenzies, these are your specialty mods, if you will, sort of like engine-based stuff. They're box stock, plus 10 top speed. The Vortex core turbine, which looks pretty sweet, plus 10. Sort of your old world flare. The vintage forge crank, plus 5 acceleration and handling. And right there, the brass lock engine, that is of course your supercharged component, plus 150 armor, plus 5 weight. Coming down here, the weapons, you tap X to fire your avian razors. The correctly, that's what we have to use to beat the quest. I feel like I've done the video, I really do. I remember going through and doing it, and I can't find it, so I don't know if I deleted it or if it's uploaded and I'm just doing this again. But this is the format. I think at the point in time we might have done it, we wouldn't have had this format, so whatever. If you like Jetstream and you like Jet-Vac, I guess you get bonus content if we did it already. So that's what we're going to need to complete quest 2. I think you have to beat 50 enemies, kill them with it. And then the other to create to charge it up. That sort of ties in, of course, with what we see with the Blade Vac path. But nonetheless, I think that is that. Again, there's another look at it in its form. We'll back out and we will hop in here if we can. And I just want to fly around a little bit, give you a feel for this, and then we'll get, I guess, Legendary in here since that's who we need to have do this. It's been a long time since we've been in a fly. Like I said, I got so many Skylander videos done. I've just kind of like been recording, you know, Nintendo and all kinds of other things. So anyway, we're just flying about. If we put the brakes on, you can kind of get a feel for it. What's barrel roll? There's a horn. Okay, so that's our avian razors. There's our barrel roll. So, pretty cool vehicle, you have to admit, even with Trigger Happy at the wheel. There's the, there's our there's the tornado, and then of course you can spam the blades into it, so it's pretty neat. We need to turn around. I am all turned around. I thought we needed to turn around. I hadn't been paying attention to where we've been going, actually. That'll take us back, right? So we want to go this way, don't we? That castle is very hard to see. I don't know why. I don't remember it being like that. Okay, so does this... You get the idea there. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to hop up and I'm going to switch over to the legendary Hurricane Jet-Vac.
SuperCharged.
Alright, here we go. Does this count? No, sadly. But this is basically what we'll have to do 50 times. And we'll kind of, you see the supercharged aura and everything. And then of course we can kind of swoop around, do some sorts of things here. Do we want to try something different here? I'm wondering. Let's go ahead and do it. Not that.
Brass lock engine.
Okay. Top.
Vintage vortex core.
I think those look pretty cool, similarly.
Brass feather wing. Wind slasher. Blade wings.
Yeah, this is my setup right here. And we're gonna roll with it. See what happens.
An excellent choice.
Oh, I agree, my friend. Tell me that doesn't look sweet. Alright. But yeah, so sadly these do not count. I don't know why the land vehicles get to count stuff and then none of the others do. There's really not even anything much for you to do with the sea vehicles in terms of those tests. But what I'll do here, I guess, is just cut, and I'll head into a chapter, and we'll kind of highlight, taking down some enemies, things along those lines, and hopefully that'll work well for you. And like I said, then we'll cycle in and we'll see the reward and be geared up, ready for the SuperCharged challenge. So that said, thanks so much for watching. I will catch you back here as we continue on in Jet-Vac's second quest from Buzz.
Yeah!
Right on. Excellent.
Alright, so we're back at the Academy. We just wrapped up legendary Hurricane Jet-Vac's second quest with the jet stream. I feel like we've already done it on camera with Hurricane, but I can't find it, so I don't know where it went down. But what I did, I used Chapter 4, kind of the space stage. You get a few kills, and then I go to Chapter 27. It's in Gadfly Glades, the part where you have all the bees or the wasps. Not only do they count, but you also have to break the 4 faucets. Those count as well, so it's not too shabby. But let's see what Marshal Buzz has for us.
Boomsticks! I knew you were the real deal, Jet-Vac. You passed that challenge with flying colors.
Pish posh, Buzz. Anyone with sufficient training could do the same, and I find myself in your very capable, very filthy hands.
Well, you've earned the right to be called Supercharger, and this. Jet-Vac, it's time to really spread your wings and soar. Wait, you don't have wings per se, but ooh, this is awkward.
Not to worry, Buzz. A true hero flies with his heart, not his wings. Now, give me the mission details so I can go give those baddies what for.
Sheesh, that's how it works? All this time, I've been stomping around on the ground. Anyway, this last mission is something special. Go see my operative to complete your top secret Ninja Commando challenge.
Okay, so a very interesting thing went down there, most notably. Early on, I did Legendary as quest number 1 first, and then when we took Hurricane Jet-Vac in a standard form through the same quest, Buzz gave him nothing. And then same thing here, I've already completed this quest with standard Hurricane Jet-Vac, and then he kind of just threw his cane up in the air and we got nothing. So apparently that applies only one time, but nonetheless, we're set up now for our SuperCharged challenge. Very cool. The jet stream, I think, might be kind of flying under the radar. Don't really, but I think it's a pretty sweet breed. Sweet vehicle. So that said, for myself and the Jet-Vacs, big thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts. You can follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google Plus, whichever you prefer. OneOfWeasem.com is the blog, and then the Skylander Club forum at SkylanderClub.com was set up for people like you that enjoy this sort of thing. So I encourage you to check it out. If you like what you see, sign up. We would love to have you join us. That said, once again, thanks for watching, and I will catch you back here for our next installment of Skylanders Research.